Hi everyone, welcome to Ultimate Awesomeness Universe podcast. It's me, Stephen Laura, my co-host Zach, and we have a special guest, Richard, who I met from. He has his own podcast called Amalgamation. Was that
right? Yes. Yes. Well, you're right. Hello, everyone. My name is He-Man. Hello, everyone. My name is He-Man 103. I run a podcast called Amalgamation, One Nation Under Anime. We talk about anime, manga, all that type of good stuff. We even have a segment for the adult called AMN Uncensored, where we talk about the really, really scandalous stuff. So don't worry, it's not all kid stuff. But yeah, I'm on Anchor FM. There's many other anime podcasts I recommend, including What's Awesome Anime. And also there's a music podcast called EDM Freak Beats, which I recommend to you guys to listen to. He's really good. So, yeah, check us out on Anchor. We'd love to have you.
Okay.
Good stuff. I'm very happy to be with you guys.
All right. Happy that you're here too. All right. So,
let's get started.
The first news report I'm going to talk about is Marvel's What If TV series for Disney Plus.
What if Spider-Man was only a bug?
The comic books have done this. I mean, they've been doing this for years. Like, they have a what if, what something happens in the comic book. Like, they have like alternate plot lines. But it's only like they only used to do one issue, and then they stopped doing that, and they would do just like an arc, like a 5-issue miniseries of what if.
I can imagine some guy who's high off a crack, just in the room, guys, I got an idea. What if Wolverine was a transsexual?
And they started doing it in just 1 issues again, and it's like, can they make up their mind if they can just do 1 issue or 5 issues or 1 issue again? So yeah, but I did like the ones I've read that was 1 issues, the recent ones.
Mm-hmm. I think the reason why you have 1 issues is because the guy, what I'm talking about, has the worst ideas. He just keeps making the stupidest ideas. But I think that it's not bad. I think that you should do the what ifs because people do think about these things. It's important to allow them to do it. Just don't go crazy. What if the Marvel universe was all women? No. 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 The answer is no. We know where that's going, and no. No one's... No. Just no. But
I think if they're going to do everyone in the Marvel universe is just women, I think do it, but keep the same male cast. Just put them in, dresses and make them speak in, really high-pitched voices.
Oh, God.
I reckon that'd be great. I'd watch that.
I'll just make them transsexual. Just make them transsexual, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it'd be kind of cool. What if? I think one of the ones they said was what if Steve Rogers was Iron Man and Tony Stark's father made him an Iron Man suit? I'd be that would.
Yeah, that's what the first one is gonna be about. It's gonna be about what if Peggy Carter was the one that got the super soldier serum, and Steve Rogers decided to become. He's the one that decided to become Iron Man. And they have Peggy Carter as Captain Britain, apparently, and have Captain America as Iron Man. I mean, not Captain America. Steve Rogers is Iron Man. Oh,
yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting. Cause
it could be a bit of fun.
Yeah. It could. Because they said that these would be animated series.
Yeah.
Well, they aren't good with their animated series, especially their visual novels. They're very... So if they do it that way, I think it would be really good.
Yeah.
Put it on a YouTube channel. Or they can actually do promotions like that with a visual novel type promotions, and then kind of encourage people to read the comics. So that way
that would be pretty interesting, actually. Yeah.
They don't have to reveal everything, but they can. Hey, if you want to know more, read this comic or read this part. Or that way, you're not giving it all away, but at the same token, you're kind of encouraging people, hey, this is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you read the other stuff?
There's no details on what the other, because they say they could do more than one, and I don't know what the other ones are going to be, but they only described the first one, which is the Peggy Carter, Captain America, and Steve Rogers being Iron Man. So that's a pretty interesting take. Never thought I would get to see Steve Rogers as Iron Man. I wonder how that'll work out.
As long as he's not a Nazi, we're all good.
I didn't mind that so much, to be honest, that storyline. I actually liked it. Because the way they handle it.
Now that you've said that, they're definitely going to make him a Nazi. They're definitely going to do it.
They did it in the comic books already, so.
Yeah. And they sort of had the nod to it in Endgame as well.
Yeah, they did. They did have a nod to it.
Oh, yeah. I remember when he walks into the elevator, he's like, it's okay, guys. Hell, I tried. I was like, oh.
One of you.
You being assholes. I was like, but that was slick, though. I have to admit, that was slick.
Yeah.
It was good, yeah.
You're like, that is slick. But it's appropriate. That is not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. Just don't go crazy. Don't. Weird.
I'm all about it going crazy. I want to see the weirdest shit ever, but I think I'm on the same page as you, where just don't force politics into it.
Oh, they are going to do that.
They
probably will
have politics, no matter what.
It's like it's slowly making its way into anime too. So yeah.
They're doing it. I don't really understand why, because it's like, I'm here to watch superpowered people punch each other, not... I'm here to get away from all that shit. Don't bring it to me.
Well, comics has always been embedded with politics, so it's just, it's been since the beginning of comic books where they were talking about things from World War II. So it's already embedded in comic books that they always have politics. So
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we'll talk more about that in the future, recordings or whatever. But like, I just think that all mediums, video games, anime, comic books, are just getting bombarded with that stuff, and people are just getting tired of it.
I don't mind it so much. I like the politics stuff. It's just...
I think if it works well and it's thematically appropriate, I think it's great. But like, when there's absolutely no need for it.
Yeah, I just don't like it when it's like, when it's
just
like
really forced
and it's just they're only showing one side of the viewpoint, and it's just the whole "you're wrong and I'm right" kind of thing.
When it's not a discussion, it's just a hey, look at my opinion. You know?
I'm gonna shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
Oh boy, what's next? What's next?
I just wanted to, because they said that there's going to be a list of actors that's going to be in the Marvel What If.
Oh,
it's really? A big cast.
Yeah, it's a big cast. Because they said they're going to have Josh Brolin, which is the guy was Thanos, Chris Hemsworth, the guy was Thor.
Thanos.
What? I said Thanos.
Thanos.
People pronounce it different ways. It's like Thanos or Thanos. It's all the same. Tom Hiddleston is Loki. I mean, Natalie Portman, Jane Foster, Taika Waititi, Korg, Jeff Goldblum, Grandmaster, Mark Ruffalo, the Hulk, Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury, Jeremy Renner, Hawkeye. I noticed there's a lot of people. It's Michael.
I think we can sort of guess like what some of the episodes are going to be, like just based on the cast list.
Yeah, Michael Rooker, Yondu, Karen Gillan, Nebula, Paul Rudd, Ant-Man, Michael Douglas, Hank Pym, Chadwick Boseman, Black Panther, Michael B. Jordan, Killmonger, Sebastian Sam, Bucky Barnes, Hallie Atwell, Peggy Carter, Toby Jones, Arnim Zola, Neil McDonald is Dum Dum Dugan, Sean Gunn is Koraglin, Demon Hansu is Korath, and Dominic Cooper, Howard Stark. And they also said that Jeffrey Wright is going to be Uatu the Watcher, introducing these events, these what if stories, which is pretty interesting because in every comic book, you see in the beginning that Watu is giving the prologue to the What If story.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I know the Loki one's going to be popular with the tweens, especially the female audience.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Loki's always popular with that.
I don't know what it is, but like Loki is so popular with girls, with teenage girls. Like
they think that Tom Hiddleston is gorgeous. I don't see it, but they do.
I mean, they made a meme. Someone drew a meme. They had Loki, and they had this little girl with like striped stockings hugging him. Like it's like this emo girl, and she was like, "I feel your pain." He's just rolling his eyes, like seriously.
Yeah.
Go something like seriously. But like, I'm actually kind of excited to see the Nick Fury one. Maybe they can do some like What If He and fun Shield. That would be kind of cool.
I think it's interesting that only Yondu and Nebula from the Guardians are here.
Yeah.
Because I saw Yondu and immediately thought, like, oh, maybe it's what if, like, he lived instead of Peter Quill or something. But the rest of the Guardians aren't there, so
maybe they're trying
have no idea what they're going to do.
Maybe they're trying to save that for the next movie, or maybe they're trying to save that for future.
Because they're not saying they all going to be in that one movie. They said that here's a cast list for the entire What If series, but we don't know the storylines that they're going to have. We only know the first one.
Right, that's true.
Yeah.
We've got like most of the Ragnarok cast here as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's mostly. Go ahead.
I think for Natalie Portman, they're going to say, "What if she was Thor?" Basically.
Well, I'm not sure they're going to do that.
They're doing that in the actual movie.
They're actually doing that in an actual movie.
God.
I don't mind that. I actually like her as Thor. Because they're making a movie called Love and Thunder, which Thor 4 Love and Thunder, and in that movie, she's going to become Thor.
Okay, so what happens to Hemsworth? Is he just like...
they're both going to be in the movie. It's just, first, I think she's going to be her own version of Thor.
Wow. That's okay. I mean, I'll watch it, but like, I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not one of those guys who are like, I'm not going to watch it because there's a hero in there. Like, no, I'll watch it. It's not a problem.
Okay.
But,
At least you're open to watching it and not completely closed off.
Well, that probably might be another session. I'll be like another hour long. Why have I don't know if this is a PG podcast, but why do you have idiots who are like so butthurt because there's a girl in their comic books? Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm not one of those type of people that like get mad when they make female versions of certain characters and
nah.
Why is this guy have boobs?
or they make like the characters, they pass on the mantle to a person of a different color or a different race. I don't mind those. But
as long as it's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I care about.
Right. She's supposed to be in the kitchen. Why she has a sword? Oh my God.
That's what they will get into it. That's how
in one of the Pops culture stores near my house. I've gone in there and they've got like all the Marvel merch there, and they have one thing that's Captain Marvel, and it's an apron.
What? Why?
Yeah. That's not.
Oh my God, that's awful taste.
I wish that was a joke.
Oh my God, that's such awful taste.
Check your freaking privilege, sir. Holy snap, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, really, what do you guys think about Captain Marvel? Did you guys like it?
I like it. I have fun with him.
I thought the movie was okay, but I thought they missed some great opportunities with their character, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I didn't think I'm sorry, I can't do the whole, if there's a girl in the movie, but I'm not going to watch it. No, I'm going to watch it. If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
Yeah. I mean, I like Brie Larson and everything as well.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of people was like, she's a bitch. I'm like, how did she say? Well, she said this is not a white man. I'm like, well, technically it's everybody's movie, so that would kind of be right. Like, what? Like, when you are,
they miss him.
Yeah.
They miss because that the thing is there was news articles that just misworded her and what she said, and they took that as fact. And
I figured because it just didn't sound like, why would she go from Scott Pilgrim to like, oh, white men? Like, no, it just didn't make any sense. I always remember her as Scott. What's her name? Is Envy from like Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, nah, she's not like, you know.
Yeah.
You think I need to get Jaws facts straight? Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm gonna go to the next one. The next one is New Warriors. The TV series got canceled.
Oh no!
The thing is, the TV show didn't even come out yet. All they did was.
There's a lot of shows being cancelled before they're coming out at the minute.
Yeah, I know.
A lot.
Because this show was in the plan for Freeform, and they did the casting, and they filmed the pilot, and they said, "Oh, the pilot is good, but we don't have room to put it on our network." So Disney decided to try to shop it to other networks, and they went to go see if Disney Plus and Hulu wanted, and none of them were interested. They didn't like the pilot. So they decided to just cancel it.
So it seems that, like, they just didn't have enough room. But just imagine being the crew and just going in like, hey, it's my first day at work. Bro, it's going to be your last day at work today.
Right? It just messed up. Because they filmed this like 2 years ago, and they filmed the one pilot, and then they waited 2 years just to find out that the show is not going to happen.
Cancellation, all that hard work for nothing.
Yeah, all that hard work for that one episode, and it's just, and don't even put it on TV or let fans see it to see if they would be interested in it. Nope, don't ever bother with how we feel about it. So the only executives get to see it, and they decided if the show is worth being put into a series. And I was looking
you were looking forward to it?
I was looking forward to this because because I was looking forward to seeing Squirrel Girl and Mr. Immortal. Like, I wanted to finally see these characters in the Marvel Universe, cinematic universe. And
no, not more girls with boobs. Why are they not in the kitchen? Not Squirrel Girl. But no, she's not a real superhero. No, well, I'm not really familiar with Squirrel Girl, but like, I mean, I would like to see it. I mean, I've been keeping up with a lot of this news, and it's like kind of disappointing because that's a new series, that new superheroes that maybe people who have been Marvel fans or might have not heard of, and it would have been another chance for a new group to be revealed.
Yeah,
and then you a little bit of a crossover between like maybe Avengers, like they did with the X-Men, like Avengers versus X-Men, or New Warriors versus X-Men, or whatever it could be.
It could have been interesting because they could have probably crossed over Cloak and Dagger, which is
and it's probably going to be a while before we get to see these characters, if we even do.
Yeah, and it's just messed up because they had the actors and they already did the episode, and it's just disappointing. They're not going to even bother.
That's just wasted money. Time. And who's to know if the actors got paid for a full sum? Like, they could have not even paid.
I don't know.
Just because
I don't know I don't know what goes into that when people film a pilot that doesn't become a series.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know if that's like they just don't get paid, or do like their agent just help them out with that. Yeah, he needs to, he or she needs to be paid. Like, I would be like talking to the agent, like, I need that money ASAP, or we're gonna have a discussion about court. Seriously,
I was thinking the show was gonna be canceled or dead, but I was holding on to hope to not get it canceled because the thing is, the show was in development in April 2017, and they said they filmed the pilot in November 2017, and after that they said they're gonna shop it to other networks, and it took them 2 years to decide to just call it quits. It's just
they might have not wanted to call it quits because Freeform is a really good, like Pluto TV or Freeform are really good places for like free TV. So you don't have to worry so much about it. It's original content. So most of the time you're getting a lot of like indie stuff. I mean, you do get some playbacks of like maybe some old anime or something like that. I do like, or some old TV shows, but like that's a brand new platform. You don't have to worry about competition. You don't have to worry about anybody being your way. It's your fucking platform. But then now they might have not had the money, or think of it this way. The investors or the people up top probably changed their mind thinking that it wasn't going to be profitable, despite the fact it's a good show. We have to consider it's not the actor's fault. They didn't have anything to do with this. It could not be the director's fault. It could be just that the publisher, the people who publish it, Marvel could have thought, nah, this isn't going to make enough money. We're just going to go with this. And because, again, Marvel is a business, so they're going to think about what's best for them, not so much for the actor. They got to make sure that Marvel is here to stay for a very long time. Because if you look at the crisis going on with comic book stores closing down left and right. And,
well, they're closing down because of digital. I mean, people are reading more digital comics than print. That's the reason
why. Absolutely. And I have to make this clear. It is not because the SJW comic books are taking over. No. It's because of the fact.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's because of the fact that digital is getting more convenient.
Yes,
it has nothing to do with politics. Go back into your clubhouse, little boys. Yeah, no. But it's getting harder and harder for like a lot of comic book people to kind of like be able to make it, like actually make a physical copy. So they're going to have to try to compensate as they try to like liquidize and try to see where they're going to put these comic book stories from here. And who's to know? They might not have to. I mean, with all the advances in technology, with VR, with on demand, and with everything at your disposal, with these, with making film and making television, you might not have to do digital comic books anymore. You could do visual novels, or motion novels. I think that's the bigger one now. Where the comic book moves. It's kind of like you're not even really reading a comic book. It's like you're in the room itself.
Well, they did do that for a little bit, but they weren't successful, so they stopped doing it.
That is an absolute shame. But
go ahead.
Yeah, I think you have to think about it in a business standpoint. Again, these are all I know a lot of your listeners will be like, they need to care about the fans. Guys, they don't, just like what they do with us in anime, they are going to do with you guys in comics. They're a business. They're going to think about what's best for business. So,
oh yeah, how many great series have we had to talk about getting cancelled because we're the only ones reading it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty much. So apparently, another series that got canceled recently was.
Oh my god! It was dropping like flies. Jesus.
is a Ghostwriter. Is a Ghostwriter TV series. They canceled it before even filming something. Apparently, it was supposed to be.
This one I actually don't mind too much because I don't like Ghostwriter.
Really, I like Ghostwriter.
Well, maybe it doesn't make sense because like the concept of the spirit of vengeance is like. He only fights evil. It only really like turn when he's at night. But then they kind of changed in the comic books. If you look at World War Hulk, where he changed to stop the Hulk from rampage, but he failed miserably. But I think Ghost Rider I think the movies did it in. I think the movies with Nicolas Cage did it in. I think it's just the bad performances and just the.
Yeah, those movies were terrible, but those were from Sony.
They've definitely put like a negative stigma in a lot of people's minds.
But I love the Ghost Rider in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV series. He was that...
That was badass.
Is that actually good?
Huh?
Is that good?
Yeah, that was really good. That Ghost Rider was in the... I think it was the 4th season. Yeah, he's only in that season, and that was it.
That was the one with the car, not the bike.
Yeah, the one with the car, the Latino Mexican Ghost Rider. He is Mexican.
Oh, I know. I can already hear him screeching like, "That's not the real Ghost Rider."
I actually liked the guy Ghost Rider. He was pretty cool, and I like that they introduced him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And this is what they were just gonna make a TV series of him on Hulu. That's what the plan was.
Oh. And they were like, "Nope."
Yeah, a few months because the thing is it was gonna kick off a whole entire thing for Hulu to have their own set of TV shows. I mean, they were gonna have Ghost Rider and Hellstrom as the first 2 TV shows for their. I know they have Runaways already, but is already there. So they want to make more TV shows, and Ghost Rider was gonna be the first one. It's gonna be called something called Venture into Fear. They had a whole setup for it, and
Venture into Fear.
Yeah, because apparently I didn't know that. I looked it up. There apparently was a comic book, a whole bunch of comic books that introduce supernatural like horror characters, and they call it Venture into Fear. And
you mean Supernatural, the TV show?
No, Supernatural as in supernatural things. God damn it. Stop it.
You know I'm a dick nerd. You can tell. I'm like,
you know what supernatural is? Like all the magic and demons and angels and all that stuff. But yeah, they had Ghost Rider, Man-Thing, and Damien Hellstrom, which is the son of Satan. So yeah,
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
The son of Satan.
And he has a sister named Satana with an S, not a Z.
Of course, it can't be like... It's totally not like DC. It's totally... No.
Marvel DC rips off each other like crazy. It's always been like that.
Yeah, our character in DC is not called Captain Marvel. It is called Shazam. We have standards here. Like, okay, sure. I thought in the Ghost Rider movie, the son of Satan was like jealous of the Ghost Rider, or like he didn't like him or something. Like he just was like a brat. Actually, he was like a brat. He was just like I should be the king of hell. He's like, dude, it's like not even the end of the world yet. No, like chill. That was that was like kind of like the thing. Like he had to wait until like the end of days, and then he can take over. Like, just you're the son of freaking Satan. I'd be partying right now. I'd be like, no, I am.
I don't know what the story was of Damien being the son of Satan in the Marvel universe.
Yeah, I don't know about the comic. Yeah, but
go ahead.
They just taking away our stuff. First it's Goblin Slayer. Nah, yeah, I mean, first is sorry, that was an anime. I got my demons. First is now it's gonna be the New Warriors, and then they're gonna turn everybody to women. It's gonna be the SJW. Yeah. I think this is another business thing. I think they're trying to prepare more for like female Avengers or Black Widow's movie. I think more or less they're trying to focus on that more. Maybe.
I mean, we talked about that last week and the week before about what they have in plan for the Marvel Phase 4. So yeah, they decided that apparently the reason why the Ghost Rider series got canceled is because there was creative differences between Marvel and Hulu.
Okay. You mean, translation, some shit happened and everybody argued. That's just some fluff.
Yeah, like, they just say creative differences. That's it.
Translation, Marvel wanted
the
Marvel
funny
wanted
thing,
Nick Cage back. They wanted him back, surely.
nah, I don't.
Bring
I
him
don't
back.
think. I don't know. I don't want Nicolas Cage. Please don't.
No.
That was Sony that made those two movies, and they were both horrible.
Yeah, Sony isn't very well versed in like making those type of movies. Not even really X-Men was that. I mean,
that was Fox, and it was still terrible. Yeah.
it was kind of like, what am I again? Like, what is this? But like I love when they use that like corporate talk. It's so freaking out of touch and dumb, and just like it's just like an out-of-dated pun. It's like your grandpa trying to be cool. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. We know what you're talking. We had some creative difference. No, you didn't. You guys had an argument, and you guys wanted one thing, and they wanted another. I wonder what it was. It was like they trying to like show a little bit more adult stuff or something like that, or could it be like maybe they wanted to show something, and Hulu was like, no, we don't want that.
Yeah.
You know. And
they decided to keep the Hellstrom show, so they had to keep that one, but not Ghost Rider.
Yeah, so we want this mess. They're like, no, we can keep the Hellstrom one, but like, no, we don't want Nicolas Cage here in this building.
Well, it's gonna be Gabriel Luna as Robbie Reyes, the one that was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, okay, like I think that's what it was. Like they thought it was Nicolas Cage. They were like, if it's Nicolas Cage,
well, they had him planned. They were because they had this happened months ago that they were gonna announce. They said, oh, we're gonna have a Ghost Rider TV show, and it's gonna start this actor, the one that was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And apparently, it was they decided to start developing it, and I don't know. All of a sudden, a few months later, they say cancel it, and they said the reasons creative differences. So
creative differences, my ass. That is business lingo 101.
Yeah, pretty much. And the actor did say something try to say something positive about not being able to have the shows started, because they didn't even make a pilot. It only reached the script stage, and that's when people started arguing. It's like, no, we don't want this.
Wow.
And it's like, he says to everyone who loves Robbie and Ghost Rider, thank you. I had the time of my life to play these two guys, and I was ready to rock on the new show. The news was surprising, but I've always known the nature of the business is that the nature of the business is that until you're there on the day doing the thing, it could still go away. And even then, the next day, a job isn't guaranteed. Thanks to Jeff Loeb at Marvel, Philip Smith, and everyone who helped Robbie to bring to life on the page and the screen. I'm focused now on doing promotions for Terminator. We will be bringing Terminator Dark Fate into theaters in just a month. I hope to see everyone when it opens on November 1st. That's
know they're going to be. Oh, there. That's not even going to be a question. They're going to be there. They love that guy. They're going to be there. He's like, thinking of like thinks of my homies. It's sad to see that happen. Like, you had a potential line there. You could have gave more depth. You could have given the Ghost Rider his just due, because Nicolas Cage ruined it. So you kind of gave a final send off, like a good, like, this is the real, like, this is a good Ghost Rider. This is what the Ghost Rider is.
I just wanted them to like dive into them, like the lore or the mythologies of like Ghost Rider. I wanted them to make more stories about Ghost Rider and like introduce Mephisto, like, and Blackheart and a whole bunch of other characters they could have done. It would have been really cool.
Blackheart was the same character in the in the movie Morning. What the hell?
Oh yeah, that version was just terrible. I don't even want to that Blackheart, he's supposed to be a demon, not some stupid human, and it's just.
Well, he is a demon, but like if the movies, like this is, I have to say this because in the movies I noticed this. The first, like when he was talking crap, he would always talk crap on his dad, like my dad sucks. But like when he was trying to intimidate somebody, he'd be like, you know my father, right? I'm like, wait a minute, you just said that you didn't like your dad. Why are you using his name, bro? Like, it's like use your own street cred. Don't use your dad's street cred. Like that's like a rich about I made all this money by myself. No, you didn't. Your dad paid for all that. But Blackheart was a character I did not like. He was a whiny brat, and he was always like, "Let me be the leader of hell, please." No, go to your room. But I'm I'm a little bit disappointed. I think that it could have been a great opportunity to give a character who was really given a bad first try a second. I hope maybe they come back to it again.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they'll make a Disney Plus TV show.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. Now that they don't need Hulu, maybe Marvel can just go off and do their own thing.
Yeah, they don't need Hulu to make these TV shows.
Yeah, I don't know why they were going there in the first place.
I think because Hulu wanted something and they didn't like what they offered.
Don't Disney own Hulu as well?
Yeah, but apparently I think Hulu can make their own decisions of what not to make.
Okay.
Yeah, they can. And, Disney loves competition in there. Nothing is more cooler in business than having two companies that you own have competition.
Yeah, that's how it works for some reason.
You always win. Even whoever loses, you still win.
Yeah.
They're not going to be worried about anything. They're just going to do what you need to do. Just be sitting over here in the paychecks. And
yeah, you can't lose in the entertainment industry if you own everything.
Yeah, and
basically.
I just don't know. I just hope that, because I remember Jeff Lowe had an interview, like this is like in August, that he had an interview saying that he wants to make a Marvel Knights. He wants to make a Marvel Knights line of shows, bringing back was thinking of bringing back the Netflix characters and make Hulu shows out of them. And I'm not sure that's gonna happen now that the Ghost Rider one is canceled. But I'm hoping that they will actually bring back the Netflix characters and bring it to Hulu. Because they said that the plan is to rebrand the Netflix characters into Marvel Knights.
Okay.
Oh, that's just Marvel Knights, of course.
Well, it was a comic book line once, and
yeah.
they actually had those same characters. They were called the Marvel Knights. They actually had a team called Marvel Knights in the comic books, and it had Luke Cage, Iron Fist, Daredevil. It didn't have Jessica Jones, but they had Moon Knight and
please ask something.
And they had Punisher. What happened?
What the heck does Jessica Jones do? I don't understand her at all.
Oh, she has flight and super strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's most generics.
Yeah, and so she uses that to be a PI.
Yeah. It's interesting. I like it.
That's just, I'm sorry. That's like, give her more stuff.
It sounds bad when you strip it down to that, but she's pretty good.
Yeah, she's pretty interesting.
And the show was quite good as well.
All right, well, I'll give it a shot if you guys say it is.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I really want to see the Netflix characters, and again, I wouldn't mind if it's on Hulu, to be honest. I'm hoping those shows actually come back. So
yeah, I think I'll prefer if they just went to Disney Plus.
Oh, not Hulu.
Yeah. If everything could just be on the one platform and that one platform be available in Australia, that would be good.
Oh, because Hulu's not available in Australia?
I don't think so.
I thought it was.
Maybe it is.
Like, why would they not want that to be available in your country? What the fuck are they?
Well, DC streaming service is not available in that country.
DC isn't here. There's a few that aren't here. Because they're just like, oh, Zach, we hate you.
Yeah, no, we can't let him watch into this. No.
Yeah, exactly.
I know that I didn't talk about this. I know this came out months ago with Cloak and Dagger is going to cross over Runaways. And
You are so freaking lame.
I know because that was on a hiatus. I'm really looking forward to that crossover because
He was hiding from Disney. They found out where he lived.
I really do like Cloak and Dagger, and I do like Runaways, and it's be pretty interesting to see them finally cross over because there is one issue in the comic books where that Cloak and Dagger and Runaways did cross over, and that was a good issue. The only thing is to be weird is that Cloak and Dagger were adults in the comic book crossover. But in here, in the TV show, they're teenagers, so this would be kind of different. That they could be Cloak and Dagger is gonna cross over Runaways, and they're all teenagers. It's not like the way in the comics where Cloak and Dagger was adults and the Runaways were the teenagers, and they were guiding them through. So I'll see how that works out. And I was kind of sad that they canceled Ghost Rider because. Who knows what he could have done? They could have probably crossed over Ghost Rider with maybe Runaways and Cloak and Dagger and the other Hulu shows that they have in plan.
Yeah, it was a waste. I mean, it's a business decision. Like most of these are business decisions. Yeah. And I mean, even with my podcast, there's a lot of critical things, and Islick knows there's a lot of things we have to decide that we might not cover that season, or we might not cover. I mean, we had to ignore one big anime, My Hero Academia. We couldn't cover it this time because it's just too big. We had to settle for something more smaller. And I'm sure we'd love to cover it, but not this time. But by the way, Zach, I know the reason why they're not going to let you watch in Australia.
Yeah.
It's because you have that Captain Marvel apron. You know, they
know just how sexist the whole country is. I actually looked it up just before. There is a very weird way I can get to Hulu, but it's like the most backwards, like
I just don't understand why. Like, you don't want money? Like, what? Like you don't want money? Like, now.
It's a bit weird.
We don't like money, but we're going to only, I guess, maybe they don't see, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently Hulu's not internationally. It's only in the U.S. Oh, God, that's pretty bad. I did not know that.
Or they're just like...
I'll just have to settle for my aprons.
They're just, or unless they're like keeping it all born in America, like we gotta keep it American. Like no.
Well, now that Disney owns Hulu, they should put it because I know they're gonna have a package deal with Hulu and Disney Plus and ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
they have a package deal for $12. I'm gonna get it.
I mean, but I'm pretty sure we can get ESPN here and we can't get Hulu.
I'm like, wouldn't that make a lot of money if they can bring that package deal internationally?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like there's some Australian stereotypes that Disney are putting on you guys right now? like, they don't like comic book. They like just put a whole bunch of sports channels there. Like, no, don't. That's not. It's like your parents are like, hey, that's what they like, right? Sports, right? No, Mom. Other things. But yeah, I don't know. I think they need to start looking. I mean, do you guys have a Disneyland, Zach?
We don't have a Disneyland, no. We've got like a Warner Brothers land.
Oh, and they don't have their DC streaming service.
And we don't have DC.
You have a Warner Brothers land. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's called Warner Brothers Movie World or
I had no idea that existed. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That like the amusement parks, like the blowjob. It's like you want to go to a music park, but that's not the music park you wanted to go to. Like, what you wanted? Like, I went to Disneyland. Well, we're going to Warner Brothers, man. We're already here.
Yeah, I'm very dirty with the Warner Brothers one. When I was a kid, we went to it, and there was like a Lethal Weapon ride, and it looked crazy. So I put 2 pairs of shoes on, 3 hats on, and just so I could meet the minimum height. And me and my dad waited in line for 2 hours. We were so excited to go on the ride. We get right to the front of the line, and it broke down.
Oh my God.
The rides there break down all
terrible.
the time.
Oh, little Zach must have been crying.
Oh.
They're probably like,
worst day of my life.
They're like, the ride's down, so yeah. Sorry. You're like, oh my God. Like, I hate get those parents who look at you like you're gonna be a miracle worker and make the thing work. Sweetie, there's a really expensive machine that I cannot make work because your kid is having a nervous breakdown. No. Well, could you try? This is a machine that costs more than what your house is worth. No. To fix it. But yeah, I'm gonna shut up now.
The next one is now the Joker movie has some controversy.
Oh God, not this bullcrap.
Yeah, this one got me real freaking mad, to be honest. The thing is where you
go. Go ahead. Sorry.
Because the thing is, the victims, the parents of the parents that were, I don't know how to explain this. The parents' victims that were in the shooting years ago in 2012. That there was a mass shooter that came into the movie theater and killed a whole bunch of people in the movie theater, and the airing the premiere of Dark Knight Rises. So. And the thing is, the guy said that he did it because he was influenced by the Joker. And
oh my God!
Yeah, that was in 2012.
Hey, Slick, what year is this?
That was in 2012, but now we're in 2019, and you have this Joker movie coming out, and these people were the parents of the people of the people that got killed, their children got killed in this mass shooting years ago, and they wanted to express their feelings and try to say that Warner Brothers should not release this movie. They're
bullshit.
Can we just check if people have a gun before they go into the cinema?
They actually did do that after that was happening, but then they stopped doing it.
Okay.
Because I know when that event happened, a couple months later, when I was living in New York, and in New York there was some certain, I'm not sure it was all movie theaters, but there was one movie theater I went to in Queens, and they had metal detectors, and it was because of that incident that happened.
Okay.
But the incident didn't happen. I forgot. It happened in Colorado. So
yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this before I go on my little rant.
Yeah.
It was a very sad thing. I think that guy is a terrible person. I think he needs help. I think he should have never been in that movie theater. And those parents, I hope they heal. I hope they heal from that. Still healing. I hope that they can make it through the day, and best his wishes to them. However, it is 2019. This happened 2012. No one gives a shit anymore. Seriously.
I know.
These are people who worked their asses off to produce this movie. And you're talking about, you should cancel that. Oh, so basically, do you have enough money to pay off these actors and all these producers and all these people who have put their time, effort, and money into this? No, you don't. So therefore, the movie stays. You do not have the right to tell people that they can't watch a movie just because something terrible happened to you. It is a very tragic
Yeah, that's what I want to say too. You don't have the right to take away someone's liberties because something happened to your son or daughter years ago.
This is the same thing that happened with the Walking Dead thing. Like the parents, when a son who got killed by their friend said they should cancel the Walking Dead. Go somewhere. No, you're not going to ruin it for everybody else because your one kid died. I can see if it was a massacre, then yeah, maybe they might not do that. But like, yes, this guy was influenced by the Joker. It's the same thing with violent video games or anime causes violence. These people get too...
yeah, because they said that they think
none of these things are inciting violence. Like the Joker isn't and has never been a celebrated figure. It's for these people to say like they're inspired by these awfully portrayed characters. Like there's something wrong with that person. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think the film had any effect in influencing his life. I think he just used that as an excuse to actually shoot these people.
It's the same thing with, like, in the video game world, when Donald Trump said, I like to call him Toupee. When President Toupee...
Go ahead.
When President Toupee said video games cause violence, and Walmart was dumb enough to sit there and go, we're gonna take the Apex Legend banners off, but just to remember the victims, but we're gonna still sell guns in the back row somewhere. And then you had ESPN not wanting to go Apex Legends tournament because they just give it a chance for us to think about the victims. We know we're not saying it's violence. We just want to think about the victims. You stopping a gaming tournament does not solve this problem. How many times do we have to go through this? Like,
if anything, it probably gives the shooters more power.
Yeah, I think it does.
Like they could feel like they're actually, doing something.
Yeah,
but they don't care. It makes their PR look good. It makes them look like they do something. And like, I sit there and I'm like, these guys. We're not even talking about gun regulation or double checking or making sure that people maybe stop selling guns online and unlicensed. Maybe that might help to get rid of the online presence. No, we're going to blame video games and comic books because reasons.
Yeah, they were thinking that this Joker movie is going to influence someone to start doing a mass shooting.
I'm sorry. No, wait. Hold up. What?
Yeah, that's what they were afraid of. So it's like, please don't air the movie. And it's like, they said
the whole world's going to shit. You guys have the Joker movie. We've got aprons. Oh, what's next?
What's next?
So WB they said no. We're still gonna air the movie. We just won't air the movie in that specific theater that the shooting happened in. They're not gonna have.
Yep.
That's what they decided to do, but they said they're not gonna take down the movie just because they wanted to.
I do. Sorry, everyone, if I'm being a little bit overbearing. I know I'm like interrupting your host.
But yeah, it's just.
I'm really passionate about it, as you can tell. But like, okay then. So now a bunch of people in their city are going to be pissed off because now they have to go to a farther theater because these people thought they were special and they were like, oh, you should think about my son. No, he's gone. Move on.
Yeah.
Like.
I know it's hard to move on, but it's just like.
Just take your problems to yourself, please. Like, come on, man. But go ahead, Eitzler.
It's just that I hate to say it, but it's already 2019. You had a lot of years to just heal, and it's just you don't just take it out on on this movie that's gonna come out, and it's just not the right way of doing it. To be honest,
you had 8 years to get over this. 8.
Yeah, and
are you believable? Close to a freaking decade. Go ahead.
I know. It's just people are just are really crazy about it. And what's even worse is that now that this controversy started happening, it started sparking more controversy because apparently the military told a whole bunch of soldiers, like, if they ever decide to see the movie, to be on the lookout because they went online and they saw a whole bunch of incel communities, like, that wanted. They found some incel communities that want to plan to do a mass shooting when the Joker movie airs.
Of
course.
Ice-Lick, I'm about to go off, so I'm just giving you a heads up.
Okay.
First of all, these are incels. These are men who think that they're owed sex because they're ugly and nothing to give to a relationship other than just make me a sandwich because I'm a gamer. No. Second of all, why are you believing a bunch of these guys? They're not smart. They're not very well educated, and they don't have very good social skills. You are the military. You could take these guys out easily. Why are you worried about a group online? There are a bunch of dudes online bitching about the fact that no one wants to have sex with them. And you're like, oh, we have to protect against the incels. Like, I could see if, like, they had a freaking nuclear bomb, then maybe they're a bit concerning. But, like, they're just a bunch of dudes online. If you're really that concerned, then just have extra security at the.
Well, that's what they're planning to do in California. Apparently, LA, they're gonna have security in the movie theaters.
To have them all out in the movie theater, just everywhere.
Oh,
it's just a bit ridiculous that just a film like this, just because it has the Joker.
Yeah, apparently so.
That this sort of stuff is happening.
It's just so weird because it's like the parents had to say something, and instead of it says like just saying something, they think that this is gonna, take away the fear, but no, it actually increased the fear, and even start having some people online make a fucking plan in place.
Yeah.
Nobody was thinking about that.
Nobody was thinking about that until they said something. It's like if they kept their mouths shut, maybe none of these things would just start happening.
Maybe they should add a check so that before you buy your gun, they check your Reddit account to see if you're part of any incel groups.
I had a feeling that when I've heard about the news of the incels, I'm pretty sure Richard has something to say about this, because now they're going to have the incels. Because you told me about the incels. I had no idea who they were until you told me about it.
For those of you who don't know what the incels are, these are gentlemen who think that because they are...
Gentlemen's a bit extreme.
Yeah, you are absolutely right.
Okay, man.
No, we should call them children because that's what they act. Like, basically, these are children, male little boys who, well, they're grown men, but they act like little boys who get mad because instead of them actually just getting better at life and improving themselves, they want to say, well, women should date us because we should redistribute sex across the board, basically make everyone divorce each other and break up with each other, and then force women to be in relationships they don't want to be in. Yeah, that makes sense. And then the government should give us prostitutes because we're not getting laid. So therefore, we can be happy. No. You are not guaranteed. You are not guaranteed women's attention. You are not owed women's attention. I know I sound like a feminist right now, but I have to go full circle. It's so dumb. It's like, don't make us look bad. Seriously, we're already trying to get through all this stuff, right? Political stuff right now. Do not make us look bad. Seriously. Stop
I just don't want anything to happen because we're trying to enjoy this freaking movie, and it's just making us think not to even bother going to the movie theater because we're afraid that some mass shooting is going to happen. And it's just...
And it puts such a negative stigma around comic book movies and similar media, you know?
And
Can't we... Oh, yeah, go ahead.
And another thing is that WB decided not to invite any press to the red carpet because they were talking shit and they were just tired of it.
Who?
No, the news media. The media always started talking shit because they decided to release this movie still. And you know how people say things.
Like what platform? Like what? Like Huffington Post or something?
Huh?
Like the Huffington Post or the New York Times?
I don't know. They just say news media. I haven't actually looked which news media actually said something bad. But
it was probably multiple.
They always have. This is just to get clicks. It's just to get.
It's America. There's always news media that always say something. Like they always come out and say, "Oh, video games are bad," and they just had this stupid discussion about how video games could influence violence
or comics. And I think that they're just trying to look. They're a bunch of weird people who think that they're cool and quirky, and they're like, "We're so savvy because we write articles for a really important newspaper, or we interview people." You're nothing. You're a person who's a nothing more than an employee. No one cares about your little article that you wrote about the Joker. Who cares? Go away. And people all the time, they think that they're special because they say some political stuff. Go the heck away. Leave people alone and let them watch a movie.
Yeah.
And funny enough, these same people who want to cancel the Joker movie don't want to cancel all the other movies that portray mass shootings in a much more realistic way. There's a lot of movies that they just blatantly do it. But no, it has to be the Joker, the fictional character that doesn't exist. But no, so ignore all the movies that have people getting killed and all the TV shows that have people getting massively murdered and all the people that were in all the genocide movies and all the rape movies. No, just that Joker movie. We have to get rid of that.
Yeah. It's pretty sad. I just hope that nothing actually happens when this movie does air in theaters. This is really getting tired of the whole thing, to be honest, with this mass shooting stuff. Ugh. It's whatever. It's just like people can't seem to go out and enjoy things anymore. We always have to worry about things. So I'm going to go to the next one. And the next one is Jonah Hill and Jeffrey Wright are going to be in the Batman movie.
Okay.
Jonah Hill.
Yeah. And Jeffrey Wright. There's some they just said, I just know they're going to be in the movie. There's just been rumors of casting, which I'm not sure they are actually true.
Okay.
Because the one that I don't believe is that Jeffrey Wright is supposedly going to be Commissioner Gordon.
Okay.
Because when I saw the information that because the thing is, all Jeffrey Wright did was send a tweet to Matt Reeves with the bat signal on Twitter, and the thing is, he put the emoji with the monocle, the glasses thing on, that kind of emoji on Twitter.
Yeah.
And for some odd reason, someone replied,
Commissioner Gordon.
Someone replied with Commissioner Gordon. And it just went bananas, and people just oh, he's in talks to be Commissioner Gordon. It's he didn't even say that. Where the fuck you get this information that he's going to be Commissioner Gordon? He didn't say none of that. It doesn't make any sense. And the thing is, people are confused, are thinking, oh my god, this Batman movie might not be in constantly with the rest of DC movies because they already had Commissioner Gordon in Justice League, and that was J.K. Simmons. So it's is this going to be a reboot? And it's just, now people...
We've known for a while it was going to be a reboot, though, yeah?
People are spreading false information everywhere and just getting everyone confused. And I just really get annoyed about that because they're just going off of replies and not actual information. It's just... I wish journalists could actually be more smart about this. But yeah, it's just that when I saw the monocle, the emoji, I was thinking more of Penguin because Penguin actually has a monocle. He actually wears one, so it would make more sense that maybe he's Penguin.
Well, yeah, monocle makes me think Penguin more than Commissioner Gordon.
I know. I just don't understand where did he get the Commissioner Gordon from?
Or has Alfred ever had a monocle?
No,
I don't think so.
He always actually wore glasses, not a monocle.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand why people even thought of that.
But then I think people were saying that Jonah Hill was going to be Penguin as well.
Yeah, that's what they're thinking, but they're thinking he's going to be Penguin because of his stature, his body, and it's just...
I mean, have they seen him recently? He's lost a lot of weight recently.
Yeah, that's what I'm...
He's skinny as.
So they think he's going to be either Riddler, that Jonah Hill's going to be either Riddler or Penguin. And I think they got the news source mixed up. It's like maybe Jeffrey Wright will be Penguin, maybe Jonah Hill's will be Riddler. But
maybe
people just not.
I don't even know if I can imagine Jonah Hill in a Batman movie.
But I am kind of interested to see both of these actors in the movie. I still wondering who they will play, but they haven't announced actually who they are playing. So I mean,
they're both great actors.
Yeah, Jeffrey Wright is a great actor. I did like him.
Yeah.
I do like him in Westworld. He does a really good job there.
Yeah, as much as his tweet makes me think Penguin, I actually don't think he'd be that bad of a Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, I just said it would be...
But I don't think that's what he was teasing.
Yeah, I don't think that's what he was teasing.
Although I would have loved to see J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. I think he could have been good.
I mean, he was in Justice League.
Yeah, but for like all of 30 seconds, right?
I know. I wish we could see more of him as Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
He did have the look, to be honest. And I do like Jonah Hill, but it's just...
His acting is not... Depends on... I mean, go ahead.
I just don't know how would he be... I know they might not have Riddler or the Penguin fight Batman because they were never villains that did fight Batman. They were like... They always get beat up if they even try to fight Batman.
Yeah.
Because they were never fit to fight Batman.
Well, I suppose it fits in with how they want to make it more of like a detective movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would fit to have the Riddler because I heard Matt Reeves said that he wants to make this more like a detective Batman movie.
Yeah. And I'd love to see a good Riddler as well.
Yeah. It's just, I just don't know how I feel to see Penguin and the Riddler again. Even though we have seen them. And though there were terrible interpretations of those characters, it's like, okay, maybe we can see a better interpretation of Riddler and the Penguin this time around.
Yeah.
Since those movies came out long ago, I think it's okay. Because I want to see newer villains that were never adapted on film to have a chance.
Yeah, how good would a Court of Owls movie be?
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love a Court of Owls movie. Or even want to have like the Mad Hatter in a movie for once.
Yeah, that could be really cool.
We don't see a lot of those, like, we see a lot of the same characters in Batman movies. We need to start, I guess you could say diversifying the characters. Like, let's see the Mad Hatter. Let's see the, Bane. Well, we already did Bane.
Yeah, they did Bane twice.
Let's see, like, what was his name? Like, there was one villain. Like, he did about, like, time or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I know you're talking about... I forgot his freaking name. I know you saw all the time. I think is it a Time Master? Oh, God. I don't know what his name was.
I'm checking up.
But, yeah.
The Clock King?
Not Clock King. It was the Clock King. Yeah, I definitely want to see the Clock King. in a movie. That would be definitely pretty fun.
I think Hush, but don't make Hush the Riddler.
Please, yeah, don't make Hush the Riddler with that movie.
Yeah, don't please, no.
And,
or Calendar Man.
Oh yeah, Calendar Man would be cool. Nice. It'll be cool to have Calendar Man, or even Clayface.
Yeah,
I'd like to see that too.
Just someone different.
Yeah, have someone different.
I don't want a fifth Joker.
I don't want a third Catwoman too, because they said, I remember it was like rumors that they were gonna have Catwoman. I'm like, oh god, we had Catwoman twice already.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah.
What you said? Who?
Including the Halle Berry one.
Oh yeah, never mind. We had 3 Catwomans, not 2.
Yeah.
I forgot Halle Berry was Catwoman. Jesus Christ. Thank God I actually did forget that one.
That's multiple lives, Like you gotta keep track of them.
Yeah, we gotta have 9 Catwomen.
Oh my god.
Oh,
but yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I usually think Batman works better when he doesn't have a love interest like Catwoman or whatever.
I actually like him with Catwoman.
Okay.
As like the only person
she can be good.
Think he could be compatible with.
Instead
of all the
that's
other.
Fair.
Well, that and Wonder Woman or Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Yeah, I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just it gets harder for him to be compatible with Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
I think Wonder Woman probably would go along with him because she's always shown interest in him, and even I don't mind because Superman has Lois Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do not like Lois Lane. She's like the bitchiest bitch that ever existed.
I like her. She does get her aggressive ways, and that's pretty much part of her character. Yeah. So I'm gonna move on to the next news.
Right.
There's been pictures of Brandon Routh as Superman. For the Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
Yeah, I saw this picture.
Yeah.
I think it looks great.
You think so, even with the underwear on the outside?
Yeah, I'm with it. I like it. I love it. Bring it on.
Yeah, I mean, it's classic Superman. I mean, it's very well done. They did him right.
Yeah.
I think it kind of... I don't know, because I think it's kind of reminiscent of his original one.
Yeah, because he did have the underwear on the outside for the Superman Returns movie.
Yeah, so I think that's what they were trying to go for.
Yeah.
So as much as I don't like that movie, I think this costume's great.
Yeah, so I'm not sure it was because they haven't specified it's the same Superman. It'd be interesting if it is, because that means he probably have aged a little bit, because now they put the gray hair on him, and it'd be interesting to see what has happened throughout, after that movie. So yeah, I'm interested to see this Crisis on Infinite Earths crossover.
Yeah, I don't really watch. I haven't really been watching the CW shows, but I actually might watch this because it sounds pretty fun, and they've got a lot of people.
Yeah, they have a lot of people, and they just. And
I've been saying it every week. I'm holding out for Kevin Conroy in the Batsuit. I'm holding out for it.
And they just put 2 new people. They put 2 more people to be in the crossover, and one of them is gonna be. They casted Ryan Choi, which is the Asian Atom. He takes Ray Palmer's mantle after, because there was one period of time where Ray Palmer was dead, and he passed on the mantle to one of his college students, and he was Ryan Choi. His name was Ryan Choi, and he decided to become the Atom. It was in the comic books, and they decided to cast him for this crossover. and they're gonna use the guy from they casted he was in Supernatural. His name is Orsaric Chow, which is another Asian. He's an Asian actor. Don't know where he's from specifically, but he was in Supernatural and he did pretty good as a prophet in there. So I'm interested how he'll play off as.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like him reprising the role. I think I don't have a problem with it. I like the fact that he added a little bit of gray to his hair to show that it bleached, to show that like it's been a while. He's not like the same Superman that we saw in the movies.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. So
they mentioned Tom Welling is also involved.
Yeah, they did, and they mentioned that Erica Durance is gonna be the chick who the woman who played Lois Lane is also gonna be there. And sadly, the guy who plays Lex Luthor, Michael Roosevelt, he's not gonna be there because he has to take care of his grandfather in a nursery home because I think his grandfather is dying, so he wants to be there for him. So he doesn't have time to actually be in this crossover. So it's sad. I think that's more important than being in this crossover. So
yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, so he's not gonna be in it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I mean, it sucks and good luck to him, but still a pretty fucking big cast.
Yeah, and they just added another person that's gonna be in the crossover. They added the Huntress from the Birds of Prey TV show that was in the 90s.
Okay.
Helena Kyle.
Wow.
Yeah, Helena Kyle. She's that Birds of Prey TV show that was in the 90s. They only had one season. Yeah, she's gonna be in the crossover, and I'm kind of surprised about that.
They're really scraping the bottom of the bucket there.
Yeah, I really didn't.
That's really
because that show only lasted one season, and I did enjoy that show when it was airing. But then me and my boyfriend decided to watch it years later, and I was like, "Wow, this show is horrible." No wonder it only lasted one season.
Well, they also said who was playing Alice in the Batman for the CW ran for 13 episodes or being canceled. I was like, oof. I didn't know Batwoman didn't last that long. But the Huntress is the daughter of Batman and Catwoman. So she has a lot of intellect, and she is deadly. She is very deadly. She is very smart. She is very agile. She is, think about all the fighting abilities of Batman and Catwoman in one person and all their intellect in one person. It is hard to beat her. She is very, very, very feared among the DC heroes. Do not fuck with this woman. She will fuck you up.
Yeah, I can't wait for this crossover now that I want to see how she will play it. I wonder how many years have passed after this show got canceled.
Well, looking at the photos, I hope they don't do the whole sexy seductress thing because I was like, that wasn't Huntress.
I know comics. That was in the 90s. The thing is, this show was made in the 90s. It was really bad. It was trying to be the sexual seductive kind of thing, but I'm not sure they're gonna have that direction for this crossover.
I think they were trying to lean more on the Catwoman and then have Catwoman and then add Batman, but Huntress had a really full outfit. She didn't show any skin.
Yeah. Well, she did have some skin in the 90s, and then in the 2000s they covered it up in the New 52. So, yeah. The next one I'm going to be talking about right now is there's going to be a Birds of Prey TV series for CW.
Okay.
Yeah. And
so another show I probably won't watch.
Yeah, because they're going to do a script, and I mean, they're gonna make a pilot of it.
Okay.
Yeah, and the the pilot is gonna have the show's gonna start the two Black Canaries and Green Arrow's daughter. So it's gonna be a different kind of Birds of Prey.
Okay.
Because the thing is, they said this show. Some people think it might not be called Birds of Prey because the Birds of Prey movie's coming out, but I don't think they care if they're gonna have a Birds of Prey TV show and a Birds of Prey movie.
Well, I thought they used to be like if someone was going to be in a movie or they were making like a Superman movie or something like that, then they wouldn't have Superman in the CW, like to avoid oversaturation.
Yeah.
I thought they were doing that a while ago, but it seems now they're just like, if they're doing something in a movie, the CW is like, yep, let's jump on board.
Yeah. And they're going to have Kate Cassidy, who's Laurel. They're going to have, I totally forgot the other Black Canary actress that plays Dana Drake. Because the thing is, in the Arrow show, there's two Black Canaries.
Yeah.
I like how you said that there's two black.
Yeah.
I want to let everybody know there are black people in this universe.
They're not black. They're both white.
There's two white Black Canaries.
Because the Black Canary, the name Black comes from the bird, Black Canaries.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know what? I guess I'd say that you gotta give it a shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's easy for us to say,
the actress that was playing Dana Drake in Arrow is, god damn it, I'm really terrible with this. And I watch these shows. God damn it. It's Julia.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Yeah, I know. Juliana Harvaki. I don't know how to say her name, but and I know that I forgot who's playing Mia Smoke for Arrow, because she does play Arrow's daughter in the future, in the far future. I just don't, because the thing is, because in the Arrow TV show last season, they had this storyline where it takes place in the future, and they have Green Arrow's daughter, and you see Dinah Drake as an old woman, and they do run into the other Black Canary, Laurel Lance, in like future episodes, and she was only in one episode, and she was also old, and I don't want to see. I didn't like that storyline in the future because it just caused a lot of discrepancies with having the big timeline gap. I just hate when they do that, and it's just sometimes the time gap doesn't really line up.
Yeah.
And to me, I would have preferred if maybe Green Arrow's daughter ends up jumping into the past and has them as a team. Like, she ends up meeting the two Canaries, and they decide to team up and, I guess, have the show. That's all. So yeah, I would like to see that as happening rather than them being the far future.
Yeah.
Because I still want them to be able to cross over with the other shows if they actually meet the
Yeah, exactly.
Because if they just put it in the far future, then it would be alone, separately, not crossing over. Because it takes so much. It's so far into the future. I wouldn't have want that. So yeah, and the actress is Catherine McNamara that plays Mia Smoke. Yeah. So yeah, I would be interested in this series because I do like Laurel Lance a lot. I like that version of Black Canary. I do like the other one too, but I like Laurel Lance so much more. I just grew to love her more than the other actress. The other actress does play a good job. She does a really good job with the character. It's just I don't think I've grown to love her as much as the other one because the other one's been around shows since the beginning, since all 7 seasons, and the other one has she's only been around for 2 seasons, so that didn't give me enough time to love her as much as the other one.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's pretty much for that one. Next one is
Okay.
Is Snake Eyes casting news?
Okay. They're making the Snake Eyes movie.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a mistake.
Why are we doing this? Why?
Yeah, they're making a Snake Eyes movie. Paramount's making.
I understand what they're doing. I just want to know why they're doing it. Like,
I don't know why they're doing it. They just want to make a Snake Eyes movie.
yeah, they need to not do that. Why are they recasting the Baroness? Like, just, no, stop. You're going into the point of no return. Like, don't ruin another comic movie. Like, don't do it.
Well, I never saw Rise of Cobra, but I did see the other one, and it wasn't that bad. It was pretty decent. The G.I. Joe Retaliation. That one was okay. I actually did enjoy it a bit.
Yeah, it's been a long time. I don't really remember either of them.
Yeah.
The Rock didn't do bad in that one. I like The Rock. He was alright. You know, he played his role of being like the tough guy. The girl was like, oh great, here we go. I'm pretty and no one takes me seriously. So I joined the army so I can be more than just a body. You know? I'm like, okay, whatever. The other guy, I just don't know why he was there. It was just like, oh, that guy. Here you go. Third person. Yeah, but I think the first one, they should have continued with it. I think they should have, like, not killed Duke off so quickly.
Yeah, they did kill him so quickly. I didn't like that.
Like, they could have made it, like, where they could have continued from the first one and had, like, you could have seen how, like, what was her name, Scarlet or whatever, and her and his buddy was, like, you know, maybe they got married or something like that, or they were having fun, or maybe you can see the pressures of their relationship between their two families, and, like, now that they are together, they see that not just the difficulties of being in G.I. Joes, but also like, oh, great, now our families don't like each other. You know, like, or, you know, you can see Duke, he's still trying to find the Baroness, he's still trying to help his wife, and every day he's, like, trying to get her, all the nanobots out of her body. What else? And then, like, could have the G.I. Joes from the first movie are now working hard to, like, prevent what happened from the last time. You know, different perspectives from different crew members, but this looks bad. Like you had a potential, like, in what was his name? The ninja on the Cobra side. I cannot remember his name. Was it Storm Shadow? I think it was.
Something like that.
Yeah. I know he's now kind of like an anti-hero. He's like, he doesn't know what side he wants to be on now. Like, you just have, like, you know, you have Snake Eyes on the G.I. Joes, but now he's not even really a villain. He's more of like, I don't know, because one of the people in the last movie tricked him into becoming a person on the Cobra team. So
yeah,
you just, I mean, they could have. That was a really good movie to, like, even if you wanted to say, okay, maybe Duke didn't die, you could have said maybe Duke did survive. It just seemed like he was dead. Yeah, it would have been an old cliche of a movie, but, like, you could have said, like, Duke somehow willed himself back to life because he wanted to, he didn't want to break the promise from his wife. You know, that would have been something that people could resonate with, but, like, I'm scared. I'm really, really scared. Like a wolf woman clutching her pearls, because it's like, I don't know what they're going to do to G.I. Joe. What are they going to do to him?
Because they already have the actors that's going to be in this movie. They have Uwais. I don't know how to say his name, but that's a guy from The Raid.
Damn it! Hey, Slick, this is your show. You're supposed to know how to pronounce people's names.
Oh, God. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names. I don't care. He's going to be Hardmaster, which is supposed to be an accomplished swordsman who serves Snake Eyes' teacher. Okay, I don't know much about G.I. Joe.
I don't know much about this thing I'm talking about right now.
I know. Andrew Koji as Storm Shadow.
Okay.
They're going to have Henry Golding as Snake Eyes. Henry Golding is some crazy rich agents. I did not see that movie.
think I put on the first 5 minutes to piss off my friends one day.
Oh.
It's not good.
Is it one of those dollar store movies?
Huh?
I said, is it one of those dollar store movies?
I don't know, because it's about rich Asians, and I don't know. It kind of put off some people.
They're rich and they're Asians. They're totally not they're like everybody else.
Yeah, it kind of put some people.
It's just a generic rom-com, except it's got Asians. That's literally it.
It put some people.
So they're like, let's market the whole thing about that.
They put some people off that movie because it was trying to portray Asians as a stereotypical thing.
Yeah, I knew what Rich Asians was. I watched it. It was like, okay, this is just another romantic movie with Asians in it.
Yeah.
What did they not like what did they think they weren't being represented? What's going on? I mean, why am I watching this?
Yeah.
What's next? Do we have to have a Mexican Sex in the City now? Yeah.
And they also casted Baroness, which is actress. Her name is Ursula Combero. So that wasn't that difficult to say. Anyway,
you got it.
So yeah,
I don't
know who that person is.
It don't sound like the woman that was doing the original one.
Yeah, because the thing is, what's funny is that they didn't cast any of the actors from the original, the two G.I. Joe movies.
It's like Channing Tatum.
Because the thing is, Ray Park was Snake Eyes in the G.I. Joe movies, and they decided to recast it. I think this probably is a reboot. I don't think this is probably even connected to the two G.I. Joe movies.
Well, I doubt many people even remember the...
Yeah, because apparently the G.I. Joe Retaliation came out in 2013.
Right.
So it's been a long time since we had a G.I. Joe movie.
Yeah.
This Ursula Corbero looks like that supermodel. Because all I see is her posing. And that's it.
Oh.
And when I look her up, it's very suggestive images of her posing in very sexual moments. One picture, she's biting her hand, or she's wearing a red dress and this fancy car.
Oh.
And I'm it's not going to be one of those movies where the foreign girl is sexual and she's she does everything sexy and she kills sexy and then she walks sexy and then
well, I don't know. She's been in a lot of Spanish TV shows and movies.
Spanish sexy TV shows and movies.
I don't know if they are sexy. I just know I've never seen any of them. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are kind of pissed off about the casting because they were mad that they casted Snake Eyes as the Asian actor, and they said that he's supposed to be white.
But he's under a mask the whole time, isn't he?
Yeah, so I don't think it really... I'm not sure it really matters. Because I know they said that in the comic books they did show his face once, a few times, and you see that he's a white guy with blonde hair. And the whole thing, the whole story about him and Storm Shadow is that Storm Shadow's mad at him because he's an American guy that was brought into the Asian culture and he learned how to do martial arts, and he was mad that this American guy was brought into this
right
part of this martial arts gang that they were part of, and that's how they rivalry started. It was just jealous of one another.
You're a stinking American.
Yeah, so they I don't know. I guess they're gonna go a different path with this. I don't know what's gonna be the plot.
That's so stupid and lazy.
But it was the G.I. Joe was made in the 80s. Where
Need you say more?
so they're gonna have ridiculous storylines like that. I think now the fans are gonna be pissed off at us because we just.
It's like G.I. Joe was made in the 80s. That's all you need to say. All you need to.
So yeah.
But G.I. Joe was like an American, like I guess they were trying to like make the military look good and stuff like that. Also, like kids, like, hey, military is okay. You should join it, and it's totally not gonna like ruin your life or anything. Just join it now. But like, I think G.I. Joe, it's a cliche American, like, America is awesome type place where, like, we're, like, the best place ever, and everybody else is just so weird. Like, no, stop. Like, I think that it's corny. I mean, even as a He-Man fan, some of the He-Man stuff, I put my head in shame because it's kind of like, you know, that SpongeBob meme where they're like, those guys are dorks. Yes, but they're my dorks. You know, it's like that. But like, I hope they do this right. I mean,
I don't think they probably will. I don't know, because this is the same company that makes the Transformers movies, and
good God, no.
And the Bumblebee movie that made really a whole bunch of continuity errors. And I'm thinking the Snake Eye movie might make continuity errors with the G.I. Joe movies. It looks like it's going to be that way.
Just don't put John Cena in that movie, please. No. We don't want overacting in our movie. Please. No. Stop it.
I mean, he wasn't Bumblebee.
He's an overactor. We all know it.
Yeah. So the next one is Marvel Comics is coming with a whole bunch of teasers for this upcoming event.
Right.
And it's going to be a whole murder mystery kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, because someone is going to be murdered.
Bit of a whodunit.
And they're going to do a whole bunch of tie-ins with this event. And
I like how Iceland got into that particular topic. He's like, there's like these like things that are happening right now, and like I don't know, like somebody died or something. It's like funny and shit. No, check this out. I mean, I gotta read them. I gotta see what they're doing, because it's always they're like, we have this new thing that you're really gonna like. Yeah, I'll wait until I read it. I'm like, yeah, I'm not. You can give me all the trailers that you want. I'm waiting until I read it. The trailer means nothing to me. It's just fluff. I want to see the content.
Yeah, I know. They've been teasing this for... They keep making articles about it for, like, quite a while.
Unless they have, like, some interesting, like, we're going to add this new character in here or this new character in there, that's fine. But, like, if you're just sitting here just like, well, this is our new comic, I don't care. I want the content. Don't try to tell me about the pie. Just give me the pie. Like,
so yeah, they get started. They tease it for Champions, because I know Champions they get canceled. They doing the final issue of Champions. They have one puzzle piece there. It says teaser appears to show the Champion shocked as someone appearing on television, but it's unclear who the man is on TV, though he appears to be a politician. Yeah. It looks like he does,
they went there.
He does look like a politician.
They went there. They went to the freaking politics. They're so freaking edgy, man.
Of course, it's comic books. They always go to politics. And then they have one for, I think, you see another teaser of the puzzle with the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, Jane Foster, Captain Marvel, and Black Panther. They're looking at a dead body. And it says it's a mysterious murderer. So they're...
Just the way you described that was such like, yeah, so these superheroes are like sitting here just like looking at a dead body and like, yeah.
That's what they're doing. They're on a dead body.
It's just the visual in my head was just like them standing there not knowing what the fuck just happened.
Because I see they have the picture here. So yeah, I think they're gonna try to figure out who killed this person, and that's what the whole event is gonna be about.
They have no name.
And there's another teaser that says incoming. You see a whole bunch of Marvel heroes. I'm not gonna say all of them because there's too many heroes to be saying.
I think, and they have. I think we all know who. I think we all know who really did it. I think we all, Isaac. I think we all know who really did it.
And they do have a description for the event. It says a mysterious murder brings together Marvel heroes in the search of a killer, but no one can imagine where the trail will lead. How would it affect everything in 2020 and beyond? Who's the victim and who's the assistant? I mean, Cillian? I don't know how to freaking say that word. In the closing chapter, tomorrow's 80th year will connect the dots to everything that's happened in 2019, and they'll propel the narrative in the years to come, featuring the Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Guardians of the Galaxy, Daredevil, Spider-Man, the Champions, Agents of Atlas, Valkyrie, the Immortal Hulk, Jessica Jones, Venom, Ghost Rider, and the Masked Rider, and more.
Okay.
So I guess that's going to bring a whole bunch of heroes to solve this murder mystery.
We got the
Huh?
We gotta get the Scooby Gang, and we gotta get the Mystery Man and solve this mystery, guys.
Yep, they're gonna get Scooby. Just kidding. So
I think, I don't know, if this is done well, it could be really great, but it sounds like it's going to be gimmicky and awful.
It might.
Like a whole bunch of like puns and stuff like that.
Yeah, just poorly written.
And they have one teaser that's gonna be a galactic threat, I guess. That's what the Avengers.
Like, that's just Wednesday for them. Like, there's always a galactic threat.
Yeah, I know there's always a galactic threat.
Like, they're gonna be like making some really weird like mystery puns and stuff like that, and you're like,
And there's one teaser with a guy in a sword. And they don't show who he is. It's just a silhouette.
I think, I mean, we'll read it. Yeah. But I'm just saying, just get ready for puns, or quips, or anything like that, because they're smart and intelligent, and they have to really show you how, like, really cool they are with their words.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I hope it's good, so I'm excited to see where they go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also one with the guys, like, dead, I think, on the floor, and they have Jessica Jones, Daredevil, and this other hero I don't know. His name's Masked Rider.
How many people were dead? That's like so many people dead. What the hell happened?
So you gotta try to figure out this murder. Who killed this person? We don't even know who's the character that's gonna be dead. It's just some surprise that X-Men is gonna be playing into this because they're always separate. most of the time.
Yeah, but this person will die for like an issue, and then they'll come back like the next day. Like
they'll come back a year later.
How are you back? Some weird alien rock brought me back, and yeah,
that's pretty much. And the X-Men one has Magneto, Professor X, and Apocalypse.
God, not Apocalypse again.
So I guess we're gonna solve all these puzzle pieces and we'll see what they lead to. I don't see how that works. The next one is that Sony is planning to make Madam Web movie.
Right.
And I'm like, why? But yeah, they want to make a Madam Web movie.
I'm gonna let y'all speak because
like
Sony is just don't know what the fuck.
Like no Spider-Man?
Huh?
No Spider-Man in it, just Madam Web.
Yeah, just Madam Web. A Madam Web movie. Sony wants to make a Madam Web movie.
What?
Because they're trying to build their Spider-Man their Spider-Man universe. You know, because they made the stupid Venom movie, and now they're making a Morbius movie, and they want to make a Black Cat movie, a Silver Sable movie, a Jackpot movie, character named Jackpot.
Let's make a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that makes perfect fucking sense.
Yeah, but now I think they're gonna have Spider-Man in the movie, and not in this movie, but like in the universe. But it just doesn't make sense to make a Madam Web movie because this is a character that heavily
she's never the protagonist.
Yeah,
anything.
She's heavily involved with Spider-Man, so it's like, why would you make a separate movie of just her?
Because of female empowerment. They're going to use this as a way of pushing the message of female empowerment. Because of the fact that she is a sidekick, they're going to say that she needs to be a leader. You know, like they're going to try to do this, like, oh, she should be her own thing. She shouldn't have to depend on Spider-Man. And it's not going to be, I'm not going to say it's not going to be so well because we don't know for sure. But I hope that's not what they're pushing because they did this with Ghostbusters and it didn't go so well.
It just doesn't make any sense to make a Madam Web movie because I'm not sure which Madam Web they're going to portray. Is it the old woman Madam Web or is it the one that takes the mantle after the original Madam Web dies? So it's just like, I don't even know what they're going to do with this movie. And this is why I don't want Sony to have control of Spider-Man because they do stupid shit like this.
Are they still making like a Black Cat movie or? Yeah, they
still have plans. They're waiting to how the Morbius and Venom 2 movie does, and then they want to start making Black Cat and Silver Sable.
Okay. And they don't have to wait. I can tell them exactly how those movies are going to go.
They do terribly. Yeah, I don't know why they're going to do that. It's just that movie's just gonna be probably trash if it even comes to play, because if Morbius bombs they probably won't even work on it.
This is a high risk maneuver right here and they have to make sure that everything falls into place. They have more to lose in this plan than anything else, so they might want to rethink this through because if it doesn't work they're fucked.
Yeah, well, I think Sony decided to, because I know that they decided to stop the drama with Marvel and put Spider-Man back in the MCU.
Why didn't they just keep him in the MCU like they had him? That means you can just go and say, hey, if we're keeping him in the MCU, then we should be able to have access to all these other characters and we should be able to make movies out of it. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah,
but Spider-Man's only there for one more movie, right?
Yeah, because I'm reading the news. I read the news like 2 days ago, and they said that Sony and Disney came to terms and decided to make one more third Spider-Man movie with Tom Holland. So yeah, the deal was for him to appear in one more Spider-Man movie and another one MCU movie. So yeah, it'll be his final two movies in the MCU. So I guess their plan is to have these last movies and then have him somehow maybe transported into their stupid universe of Marvel characters. The Sony stupid universe of Marvel characters. So I'm happy that we're gonna have another MCU Spider-Man movie. That's what I'm happy about, and one other MCU movie he's gonna probably tie into, which is probably most likely to be Avengers.
Yeah, I think it's good that they're not leaving him where they were going to.
Yeah,
at the end of Homecoming.
Yeah,
they can at least wrap it up.
Yeah, they could wrap up that story where he revealed his identity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would think that Sony would have done a terrible job trying to, like, figure out, not mention anything in the MCU and just have him in their freaking Sony universe.
They don't want that because, again, and I hate to bring this up, but they did this with Ghostbusters. They failed with Ghostbusters. They're trying their hardest to earn that back. They put a lot of money into that, and it crippled them in a way to where people don't trust them anymore. People don't think that they're actually trying. They don't think they're going to put anything quality out. They haven't really. You look at the movie. You look at their movie history. They've been terrible at this stuff. So they have to really get their shit together here. This is not like me ranting or anything. This is just Sony hasn't had a lot of success with these types of movies. And now they're having controversy on the PlayStation side with them, like, censoring anime and stuff like that. And Nintendo is taking those same titles and putting it on their stuff. So they're losing on that end as well. Sony has to either make their decisions and plan for things that they can handle, or they're going to keep putting these, like, do or die gambles and hope that they win out. Because if they lose this gamble here, it's going to be like the beginning of Cuphead. They're going to be, like, fucking, like, done. And
that Venom movie was horrible. It was not good. I know they made money with that movie, but it wasn't a good movie, to be honest.
Well, that doesn't matter. I mean, it's a business, so they know for a fact as long as they make money, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I just don't think after that movie, because I know a lot of people went to go see the movie, but they didn't like it, so it's like they probably won't even want to see the second one when it comes out.
Well, they'll see it. They'll see it with an obligation of seeing it, because they don't want to be those people who say, well, I hate a movie, but I don't actually watch a movie. And also, their obligation as a fan to see what they have done with the franchise and see what they've done with Venom. Yeah, there's going to be some people attending it.
I'm not going to see the second Venom movie.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
They'll see because they have an obligation because they run a podcast.
I did not see X-Men Dark Phoenix as of yet. I still haven't seen it.
I thought you said something else. I'm sorry.
Because I always avoided seeing the X-Men movies in theaters, and I saw them bootleg it because I do not enjoy what they do with the characters. I even saw Venom bootleg.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're trying too hard to be something that they're not, and Sony has to be able to look like they should just give the rights to Marvel and go for Dark Horse. They can go for Dark Horse Comics and go from there, because no one owns them, but go for those Vertigo Comics or Indigo Comics. Yes, they're not as popular, but hey, look, you have something that is yours. You have something, and isn't Fox owned by Disney?
Yeah.
They are now, yeah.
They are now.
Yeah, so basically, it doesn't really even matter. This deal that they're doing doesn't matter. Disney is just sitting there going to collect all the money while these two idiots are fighting over each other. No, I want Spider-Man. No, I want Spider-Man. Disney's like, yeah, we don't care. Just give us money.
Well, they decided to have the deal that Marvel and Disney only gets 25% of the money that Spider-Man movies make.
To us, it's like, well, it's 25%. That's really small. No, it's probably billions and billions of dollars. It's just that we don't know the exact amount.
Yeah. They're making 25% of $1 billion. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's just that Sony's gonna make more percentage of Disney than Disney.
Well, yeah,
Disney owned the merchandise.
Yeah, Disney
makes way more money
gets
than
some
the movie.
merchandise, and
so they get all that money.
Yeah,
I'm just happy that Marvel and Disney gets to have Spider-Man one more time, but I'm not gonna be happy about what happens after that.
yeah.
Oh God, just start with that.
Don't be hating on my singing skills. Well, yeah, you're right. That's a good question. What happens after the final movie? Does Spider-Man go back into movie limbo, or
they want him in that universe where there's Venom, and he's gonna, he's gonna probably jump into some freaking portal, and he transferred to that universe.
Oh my God! Did you just say he's gonna jump into a portal? That just makes sense. Reasons.
I'm just making shit up.
Yeah, or they'll finally introduce Miles, into the universe.
Yeah.
I mean, that could be something. That could be but I don't think they want to release him just yet. I think they still want to have like a solid Spider-Man, and then maybe let him get older.
I'll see how this works out. And I was kind of hoping to have Spider-Man even longer because I wanted him to be in the New Avengers with, like Wolverine and the Thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the comic books he ended up joining the Avengers and was with Wolverine and the Thing and Luke Cage and Iron Fist.
We can hope that once Sony get him back, their movies just bomb.
Yeah.
They just give him straight back to Marvel.
Yup. That's what I'm hoping to happen.
Yeah.
And they also decided to release the third Spider-Man movie July 16, 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, that's the plan.
So they'll be getting it out fairly quick.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're gonna make this movie in 2 years. I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen that fast. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't.
It's a messy situation still.
Yeah, and apparently the Venom movie is coming out January 10th, 2019. So what if the Venom 2 movie bombs before the Spider-Man movie comes out? What are the plans gonna be?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I don't even know what their plans are gonna be for if the Morbius movie fails too. But we'll see what happens. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just hope they fail so that Marvel can make everything and do it well. Or at least better than Sony could.
Yeah. And so yeah, I'm just glad we get to finish that storyline that they set out for the second one.
Yeah.
I just don't like how they chalk it up so nicely. Like Richard said with the business, the what they say to be all nice like they did with the Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
It is like Kevin Feige says, I am thrilled that the Spidey's journey in the MCU will continue. And I and all of us at Marvel Studios are very excited to maybe get to keep keep working on it. Spider-Man is a powerful icon, and the hero's story across all ages and audience around the globe. He also happens to be the only hero with superpower to cross cinematic universes. So as Sony continue to develop their own Spider-Verse, you never know what surprises the future might hold. So yeah, apparently I think the whole plan is to try to get him into that other universe.
Yeah.
And Amy Pascal from Sony was saying, "This is terrific. Peter Parker's story took a dramatic turn in Far From Home, and I cannot be happier. We will all be working together as this journey goes. This has been a winning partnership with studios, the franchise, and the fans. I'm overjoyed it will continue." I'm like, you guys are just really sucking it up there because you guys had an argument not too long ago, and it's just all of a sudden it's all happy-go-lucky. Everything is all cheerful, and it finally worked out. People in core business are just, I don't know. It's just,
yeah.
They always want to chuck it up with some happy words and make it happily ever after, even though it probably isn't.
Yeah, you can see through it a bit.
And the last news here is Kevin Feige's to make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that was a bit unexpected. But, I mean, sure.
I was really expecting that for a Star Wars movie. I mean, for Kevin Feige to make a Star Wars movie. And
I mean,
go ahead.
What do you guys think?
I think it'd be pretty interesting. Because I do like what Kevin Feige does for Marvel. I just don't know how he will work because the thing is, he's been a executive producer. Like, he just looks over whatever decisions that these people make for the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
He just looks it over like as an editor. He doesn't actually write any of the stories. He just looks it over and see what should be done and what should not be done. If it doesn't line up to what he thinks, he just fires them. So he hasn't really written anything. Yeah. So this will be the first time he's actually gonna be involved in making the movie. So I don't know how he is as writing a movie on his own. I mean, it's gonna be with Kathleen Kennedy, the executive producer for Star Wars movies. But I don't know how that's gonna work out.
I mean, it's a chance for him to show that he has the talent, the know-how to do.
Yeah.
Do a lot of good things. Marvel really show his talent and ability to as a comic. But Star Wars right now is a very, very bad place. People don't care anymore as far as Star Wars. The most main, and they killed Luke off. They did not do him well. So he has a very big task back invest in the series. And they said they're going to make more of these. So there have been many leaks that have come out about Emperor Palpatine possessing Rey, Sith, Dumb. They're saying that they're going to have characters come back. They even said the new movie, was it the Maldoran? The Maldoran?
No, it's The Mandalorian. There's going to be a TV show on Disney+.
They said that's not going to be what we thought it was. They thought it was serious, gritty. I think that's what the fans are. They're hoping to see the gritty Star Wars, the unrelentless Star Wars. Not this. They want to see Star Wars that had Luke struggling to lift his starfighter out of the. They want to see dirt, grime. They want to see the rebel thing to push back the Empire. They want to, and Disney has to, but in cleaning process, they own with the essence and soul story, and they think that this is going to be child friendly and everybody's going to play it. But then, and I'm like, wait, what? Why is it that this girl, Rey, everything and defeat every, like, I don't understand. Like, why is she, like, he didn't even train. She just kind of like.
Well, they did train her. Luke Skywalker did train her in The Last Jedi.
Yeah, the recent. Why that one movie before, she was just like, oh, I just know how to use the Force now. Like, I really want to get into. I really want to ask Thatch, what he thinks about the character Rey. Do you think that maybe with Kevin Feige here, maybe he could mold Rey something that we could actually get behind? Like, because if they're going to start with this character as the new, this is it. This is going to be a representation of the next generation. What could he do to make Star Wars fans believe in Rey? Now, he's a Mary Sue.
No,
I think Last Jedi missed an opportunity to explore a character and give her a better arc than what she had. So I'm hoping that they expand on, because probably going through a backstory. I think that's probably the best way to do it. But I hope in the next one, The Rise of Skywalker, that they do that a bit and they give her a bit more to do and this sort of thing. I don't know if Kevin Feige, what his movie's going to be, but if it...
Yeah, I think his movie is going to be a separate, like, somewhere else in the universe of Star Wars.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think it's going to be anything to do with the Skywalker trilogy.
Yeah.
Well, I think that he might do Star Wars justice. I hope he does. Brings the same magic and talent and ability that he brought to the many Marvel movies that we have enjoyed. I do have faith in. I mean, I know I joke around in this podcast a lot, but like this guy, I do have him because he hasn't steered wrong so far. And I think overall, that's what's important about a lot of these creations is that there are people and producers who they don't really give a crap about the fans. They don't give a crap about the story. They just want to make. And what happens when they put that greed in front of them? They tend to rob any opportunity of a story. They just buy our shit. Like, just buy our shit. Like, no. You have to actually give essence. I mean, this movie, but in the anime community, there's many times where what makes me mad is that the anime community, the anime industry will try to use homosexuality and I'm like, why? Video games were the same thing with microtransactions. So it's time. I think Kevin needs to kind of look at it and go against the grain and make a Star Wars movie that the Star Wars can say, that is Star Wars. Yes, we are behind that. Because whatever Disney is spewing out now, they are not interested in change because they know it's making them money. They know it's giving all these parents a chance to buy their kids. But the diehard Star Wars fans are like, this is not what it's not. And I think that he'll do well. I think he'll make it better. I think that he'll bring some respect or a good send-off to this movie franchise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that it's the franchise as a whole is in a weird point at the minute. So, I mean, give him a shot. Why not? You know.
Mm-hmm. And I enjoy the Star Wars movies, the new ones that they come out. So I'm hoping to have enjoyable movies for whatever Kevin Feige is gonna do.
Yeah.
So.
I think they should keep doing the spin-off ones. Like, they sort of dialed it back when Solo bombed.
I mean, Solo was okay. I enjoyed it, but it could have been a bit better, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it was bad enough to not do anything more like that. I think that's what they should be doing, just weird stuff that they haven't tried before.
Yeah. They do need to explore the universe more than just Skywalker family line. I mean, I'm not sure if Rey is a Skywalker, but they calling this a Skywalker trilogy, so
yeah,
I guess it has to.
Well, Kylo is at least.
It's fallen to somewhere of the Skywalkers.
Yeah,
she's not. Kylo is.
Yeah, I think that's why they still call it the Skywalker trilogy.
Because she needs a struggle. She just shows some type something. Don't just give her everything. Show her something. And, you know, if you really want to redeem Kylo, give him a way of giving him a way of, it has to fix. If they want this to be the best. I mean, you have, you know, Emperor Palpatine, the actor, very excited to come back. Don't do him a disservice, because this guy has been the way he played Palpatine when he was dealing with the last movie with Anakin, it was just, with a person that talented, you can't do him at this stuff. So hopefully they do Star Wars right. They sit down, they look at all the mistakes they can change, and if they don't, well, oh well. That's just, you know.
That's just the business. So yeah, I'm gonna skip the TV series, 'cause I noticed we're like going too much time.
Yeah, we might just skim through these then.
So yeah, I'm gonna
a little bit quicker than normal. We'll wrap it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go do a few issues here, I think.
Good stuff.
All right. So.
What did you do, Satch?
Huh?
So.
I was like, what did you do, Satch? Why are you still wearing that apron? Dog on it.
Huh?
You said you had some things to discuss, and I told Satch, why is he still wearing that apron?
Oh God! Stop.
Problems in the office. Look, I didn't buy one, but I know where they are. If we want to make it the official uniform, I'll send you guys some.
Oh God.
Lord, the Tumblrettes will be coming after us. Oh, admittedly.
Oh man. So go ahead.
Go ahead, I Slick. You had.
All right. So the first comic book I'm reviewing is The Flash, number 75, and this is the final chapter of the Year One storyline. And
okay,
it's the storyline that tells his first days as the Flash.
Yeah.
Which I have not been liking much, because we already had a story when he was just Flash. I mean, when he was just starting being the Flash, when the New 52 started. And this book is basically retconning everything, and it's just,
yeah.
Because the thing is that in the New 52, he barely knew Iris West. And now in this continuity, he knows her very prominently, and it's just like, why are you doing that? It's just like...
Well, they're confused. I think they don't know exactly where they want to put him at. Or maybe they're trying to change things, or trying to make things more... Or maybe they're trying to make things more similar to the W series, so that way people can get a more recognizable, a little bit more better. And you have to also think about what's going on in the background. With everything closing down, they're like trying to make their best effort here to get. So
yeah,
with this going on, prepare to see some very desperate attempts. Your eyes reading.
It's just apparently in this story, he interacts with his future self, because his future self ends up giving him the powers of the Flash. That's what it's always been like. And in this time around, the Flash from the future is fighting a villain named Turtle. And this villain went to the past to try to undo what happened to him with his powers. And he's been fucking up the timeline for the past. And in the final chapter, you see Flash fighting the Turtle. And he eventually does defeat him, and I really don't like the way it was done. I mean, it was just that you see instead of like an action fighting scene with the Flash and the Turtle, you just see him jump through different time periods, and that somehow undoes what happens to him, and he just be able to defeat the Turtle in one punch. And it's just like it's just it was just very anticlimactic battle. It's just very disappointing for me, and it's just weird at the end after he defeats the Turtle. He makes up with Iris, and he meets Wally West and Wallace West, which is her two nephews, and they talk for a little bit over there, and it's just more plot holes, because it's just weird because when the New 52 started, Barry actually met Wallace West when he was a teenager, and he didn't meet him when he was a baby. So this thing just causes more plot holes, and somehow you get to find out that this time period was forgotten from the Flash. That now all of a sudden he remembers it, and it's just
reverse amnesia.
So it's just, oh god, it's just very weird for me that he finally gets to find out what this time came from, and I just decided to give it a 7.0. It was okay.
Jesus. All very I need to put some sad Evanescence music on in the background. Sounds really like
it's just very disappointing. And
hello darkness, my old friend.
Because I do like this Flash series, it's just that there's some off moments that I don't like what the writer does to his book. And the next storyline is going to be featuring Captain Cold. And I really don't I'm not really looking forward to it because he writes Captain Cold as a one-dimensional villain. And I don't like that.
This is a new side of you I haven't seen. Because when you're on my show, it's always positivity and everything.
I do try to keep it positive, but sometimes I just can't.
But, I mean, I glanced at it. I really didn't have much time to read everything, being the fact that I had to do a lot of reviews for two other anime that were not very good. One in particular, I slicked nose. But I can understand where he's coming from, the turtle.
Yeah.
I was very like, okay, so he time jump through time?
Yeah, and somehow he gets to undo his whatever he was trying to do with the citizens of Central City.
I think it was just very lazy.
It was very lazy. Yeah.
Looking at it was like that doesn't, like, you could have made like the turtle, imagining the turtle, the Flash's weakness is gravity. The turtle slowness is a reference. So you could have said like he has gravity power. He can apply that slowness and make him a villain. Like Flash is a fast person. Maybe like he's out of the world or something. Like everybody be able to move the same, something like that. Or it just. But the way they treated him, like that was a potential villain made into like a Joker tier type, where had who was very like symbol of slow, so could have made him have those gravity powers. Walking Flash to school in his first, and now Flash realizes, okay, I need to step the heck up. I need to do something, and he didn't do that. And then I don't know much about Captain Cold. I don't know how much of a dimensional character he is. I know Isaac said that he's a one-dimensional character. I don't know exactly.
Well, he's not really a one-dimensional character. It's just this writer makes him into one.
Well, I mean, what is he like?
Because the thing is with Captain Cold is that he just likes to steal things. He doesn't kill people.
Oh.
And this writer actually makes him do kill people and actually make him to like an actual criminal rather than someone who just likes to steal things in a museum or some kind of thing.
That's much better because Ken motivated. He's lived a life of crime, say like love, really golf, and poor man. I know I that. You could do anything you wanted with that, and maybe but because of motivate to be more bolder, more bigger, it makes how where Flash with Captain Cold, no matter suddenly matches are starting to get a little bit tougher now because Captain has a motivation and a person. I think that would be a kind of like Hans who's able to do much because of the fact that. But overall, looking with the comic, it was lazy writing.
Yeah,
lazy.
Pretty much.
With a missed opportunity to really make the turtle with a feared Flash. You could even like took the turtle and put him in like Batman, and that could have been a way of like crossing through that. That way we know how to defend now. How do you?
Yeah.
But no, instead we're just kind of thing that we got off of or something. I hope that you like. Well, not exactly. You're going to because you already have your money. But Batch, what about you?
I actually didn't. I didn't get around to reading the new Flash, but it sounds like I'm glad that I didn't.
he avoided a bullet. It was very. I don't like this opportunity. It was like they missed an opportunity. Come on, that's literally headed right into your back.
Yeah.
Like you can't. I missed that opportunity to make a gravity-like being, and then you could even show that Flash people with to show he like this. Yeah, it's going to be different over much like 3 times Superman, even though Lex Luthor like literally had a kryptonite power.
Yeah.
So it was just a very like, oh.
Yeah, it's. I find that a lot of the time when an issue or really anything, when it's just okay because it's just missed opportunities and it could have been great, they're the ones I hate the most, I think. Because like even if it's something that's just very middle of the road, it's but if it's like missed a very easy opportunity to be something great, it disappoints me so much that I'd rather it just be straight up bad.
Yeah, and this was what it was. See, this is like I know a lot of like, oh, it was writing this. Well, this was,
Yeah.
That, but again, I really do that they give the turtle and it's like, okay, he got defeated, and then you go and have him go to like a facility where you have I'll give you this gravity power. Then come back for round 2, stronger, much more better, sucking out of everything in the world. To say like now everything like fast, all slow.
Yeah.
Something like that, or like that would make like the villain pushed over an edge, and I'm
all right. I'm back.
There.
Welcome back.
Why are you?
Huh?
Why are you? Having a good conversation with Zach.
Oh. Sorry, interrupted. Oh my god.
But yeah, we were. Like I said before, I was talking about it. It was a really big turtle into some gravity. Like, okay, even if you can still put gravity powers and like have somebody give him maybe his powers kick in and all of this. Just give that classic cliche of how, and now that he has the power, he makes it so he can really be the turtle. He can be the flow. So yeah, I really think Flash. Make them not only power, they can have his own empire that's actually pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Now, Flash has this series of 8, 12, which this guy, and maybe finally have him. Okay, that was kind of dead air.
Yeah. It's just I also don't like how there's like some type of character that has a still force, even steadfast, that he tells Barry that this is a past that he forgot, and it's just I just don't like, because like, oh, no wonder that this story wasn't into play in the first when the New 52 just came out, because it was something that he forgotten. It's just no. It's just you're just trying to avoid the plot hole that you just created, which didn't work, to be honest. It's whatever.
It sounds.
I know it sounds so negative, but it's fine. So the next book is the Magnificent Miss Marvel #5, and this one, huh?
Go ahead.
This one I also didn't like too much.
Jeez.
I know.
This sort of whole series hasn't been
Debbie Downer. It's been okay. I'm enjoying it to some extent. It's just that this one was just, I don't know. Saladin Ahmed is not doing such a great job of Miss Marvel as I thought he would be.
Yeah.
I still hurt you.
Because
the writers, obviously.
So.
Is this the one where the Middle Eastern?
Yeah, it's a Middle Eastern writer.
I figured.
So.
Halloween, and I had to catch. I don't, but I tried to.
So, and the thing is, in this one, you know that Miss Marvel went to another planet, and she finds out she's in some. They recognize her as some goddess from their religion. So the thing is, she was able to fight off these. The thing is, the race is dealing with some type of war that they have, and Miss Marvel helped fight with the prince, helped fight the enemy that they were going against in the war. And then then the prince's father ends up sacrificing his life in the book. Yeah, he ends up sacrificing his life just for everyone else to come out alive. So the father ends up dying, and Miss Marvel ends up going to some type of building, and she finds out that the goddess that was in the religion thing was actually, it was a different person. It wasn't her. It's just a person that looks like her, and a person that looks like her she's a Kree soldier that went to this planet to try to take over it, but instead of taking over it, she just helped them fight the other colony that they were fighting against. And what happened?
No, I'm listening to your sad story.
And she ends up giving her this outfit to fight off the people that they fighting the war against. And she now has a new suit of armor, and they end up defeating the people in the war. And then Miss Marvel decides she's gonna go back home with her parents. So they decide to go back home, and then after she goes home, apparently her parents forgot everything that happened. Even so, her parents don't even know her secret identity anymore. And in the end of the fight, on the tail end of the issue, you find out that her father is sick. Miss Marvel's father is sick, and he has some rare disease, and I guess we'll find out what that disease is in the next issue. And it's just kind of disappointing, because I was hoping that the reason why because the thing is, in the first 2 issues of this relaunch with this new writer, he made it reveal that the father finds out who Miss Marvel is. And they went to this whole drama how he didn't like how he found out his daughter is a superhero. And now they do this, and then they do this other story. They do this storyline where he goes into the parents end up getting kidnapped, and they go into some space adventure with their daughter and find out how hard it is for her to be a hero, and they started understanding. There was like some actual character development of understanding her being a hero and accepting it. And now all of a sudden, the parents, they go back home and forget everything that happened, even her secret identity. It just wipes all that character development away. To me, this feels like it's fucking pointless. Why the fuck are you gonna do this character development just for it to
and then get rid of it?
Get rid of it and go nowhere? I just don't like when people do that. You do character development for a reason. You don't just do it just to fucking fill up your fucking issues and then just go on to the next storyline. That just seems stupid.
Yeah.
Hi, Slick. I am very surprised by your behavior. I am shocked and appalled.
Yeah.
I need to see him on the anime podcast now.
He is very quiet, everybody. Very quiet. He just kind of lets me do everything. Yeah, he's just...
Well, I'm not positive on the Machi.
We will not speak of that right now.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But it's I've read this. I haven't read that far where you guys have. I have read the first one. The first one I didn't like. Miss Marvel just gave Captain Marvel just gave her here, have some power. No, that's
Well, no, she
and
didn't.
They made her.
She didn't have. She got her powers from the terrestrial mist thing that happened, and she ended up. The thing is, she decided to take the mantle. I mean, she decided to be Miss Marvel because she looked up to Captain Marvel as a superhero. Like, that was one of her favorite heroes, and she decided to be Miss Marvel after that. And
So, yeah, go ahead.
And Captain Marvel just ran into her and saw how she is as a hero and decided to accept it, that she decided to be Miss Marvel.
Hey, you're one of the. Like, even that concept of that mist sounds like she went into this fog, and it wasn't like I like when I see the heroes. They have that you get to know them as a person, and then how that's through their cell body. Not like even if it is a big act, it's just like how again the Joker. How you don't know how the Joker is bad, and in the Batman the animated how with horror so terrible, and it's he got to that.
Unless he's still breaking up.
Huh?
No, you're breaking up again.
Technical capabilities, everybody. But, when the Joker, for example, the Joker has more death, the fact that he had, like he says, all it takes is a bad day. And unfortunately, Batman was trying to save him, and he couldn't save him. And he went into the vat of very toxic laughing gas to turn him into the Joker. And I want to see more death. I mean, a lot of people, well, she got bullied a lot, and people hated her. I'm like, that's understandable, but it's like, I'm not saying you have to literally torture the girl. And no, I'm saying, like, I need to see what motivates her, not just because she likes Miss Marvel, because this is the same type of storyline, and I know this is not anime, but My Hero Academia, Midoriya has the same type of goal. He likes All Might. She likes Miss Marvel. Or Captain Marvel, whatever her name is. I think it's just that you gotta have more than that. Like you want to be a hero because you want to save people, or because your mother is dying. I think the dad having cancer thing would be much more of her more depth, more sympathy, and I think she needs to have a companion of some, whether it be a boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever they want to go with.
Oh, she does have one. She does have a guy that she's a companion with, that she's sort of a love interest with, and his name is Bruno. So
Yeah.
I just didn't like this one because it erased all the character development. So with her parents, and I just don't understand why you can introduce something if it's gonna be erased. I just think that's pointless to even do that.
What about you, Zach? How you feel about it?
Huh?
Zach, the guy with the apron.
Oh God.
I mean, it's frustrating anytime that, like, you know, when you build up a character for so long and then essentially just delete all that work in one issue.
Yeah.
You know? Anytime that happens, it's just...
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you don't like to see that. And how many issues... Do we know how many issues this is going to be?
No, it's ongoing. It depends on how long the longevity of sales. You know, so this book could be canceled at any moment. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, well, it's just disappointing to see.
Yeah, because
something like that happen.
Yeah, this is just the 5th issue of the relaunch.
Yeah.
So far, I'm not really liking it that much. I'm not really enjoying what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I give this one a 7.0 as well. So, it was interesting to see that how Ms. Marvel gets the suit, because she gets it from a former Kree soldier.
I am so glad that you reminded me of that. So Ms. Marvel, she has super strength, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, things off, she can basically walk through, like say, for the wall. You know, basically Ms. Marvel can just walk right through, right? Because she's strong, right? She's crushed through the wall, no problem.
So
she can crush the wall, right? Like, she can just go through any wall.
You talk about Captain Marvel, right?
No, Miss Marvel.
Oh, no, Miss Marvel has no super strength. She has... I don't know if she has anything to do with strength, but she has stretching powers like Mr. Fantastic.
Wait a minute. Hold.
Yeah, she doesn't have any powers related to Captain Marvel. It's just...
Oh, she doesn't even have the powers that she supposedly...
But you don't have to have the same powers as the mantle you're taking. It's not a requirement.
I'm not... It is, but it's just like... I expected that she would be able to pound... I mean, even if you were able to stretch, you should be able to at least pound through a wall, because you are still superpowered, regardless. You know, so... It's like... What is the purpose of you? So wouldn't armor restrict your stretching ability? Because the armor itself can't stretch with you. So why would you still wear it?
Well, apparently the armor can. I don't know how, but the armor can actually... Because when she puts a new armor on, they show that it can actually... She can still stretch her arms and still fight.
So they basically made her Mr. Fantastic. That's
essentially, yeah.
Yeah, she is like Mr. Fantastic, basically.
She's, God, it's lazy.
I like the character. I mean, I like what
she this little lazy.
Yeah.
That Marvel.
So. Yeah, she has the ability to shapeshift with her stretching powers. That's basically all it is. And
wow.
But I like the character itself. I don't focus way too much on the powers.
I
mean, yeah. I just wonder what this new armor that she can do. See what What makes it different, this armor that she's going to be wearing now?
Apparently nothing, because of the fact it's stretching.
What, because she's still stretching with the armor?
I mean, maybe it just makes her harder to take down. Depends on durability.
Yeah.
That's what it doesn't slow her down. Her, as far as tactical combat, those.
Yeah.
Because no villain's gonna sit there and just wait for you to like come because she's slow. Just let me get I'll defeat you in like 5 minutes. I just gotta this armor's really heavy, so let me just get over there real quick. Like, no. I'm impressed with that.
It just bothers me because it's like now Miss Marvel is the only person that knows that this whole entire thing with this entire race that she went to the planet of. She's the only one that experienced it and not her parents. I mean, they did experience it, but they forgot it. So it's just like, whatever.
And Japanese, they forgot it. But I'll forget. They just forgot it. That was enough to cry.
So it's like if this Prince character ever comes to Earth and is tries to interact with the parents, is like, I don't know who you are. I don't remember this guy from Hole in the Wall. And that's just doesn't bring the story anywhere to me, to be honest. That wouldn't be an interesting story. It's whatever. I was just hoping for more development for what the parents of Miss Marvel deal with the fact that she's a superhero, and I know they got that in these issues, but I'm hoping for more of that in the later stories. Since we're not gonna get that, it's not gonna happen. So it's kind of disappointing. All right, so we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah, we've gone a fair bit over time, so I think I'm probably gonna have to step out soon.
All right, so I'll just end it here, to be honest.
Fair enough.
So yeah. So I'll just do those two issues, and that's pretty much it. I didn't know we was going to talk this much.
Yeah, we went on a lot of tangents. It was good.
It's called authenticity, everybody.
That's right.
I didn't know, because I didn't know how long the conversation would go with 3 people than just 2.
Yeah. I mean, when it's a good conversation, you can't not let it go for so long, you know?
Yeah.
I might have been mine. I may have thought a little too much.
Yeah.
Nah, it's all good, man. It's what we brought you here to do. We had a good time. So thank you very much for coming on to the show here, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And I hope everyone looks forward to this episode and enjoy it. And the next podcast, I'll definitely talk about more issues than this one.
Yeah.
Because we'll try to do a better time frame on talking. But yeah, so.
We'll try.
And make sure to check out He-Man's podcast as well.
Yeah.
If you're into anime.
If you guys are into anime or manga, we'd love to have you join the nation. Season 2 is about to start. But first, we're going to have our first ever AMN Anime World Championship. We have 16 anime characters, 8 women, 8 men. All characters have been voted in by Amino. So these characters, they've been picked by the young anime fans. So these characters will battle out to see who will represent the company later in this year. So, yeah, when we do eventually start our YouTube channel, this particular character will be on our front page. It will be on our website. We get Yes. Yeah.
Good stuff. Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show.
Thanks for everyone for listening. So, see you then.
Oh, I want to
I want to say no aprons were harmed in the.
Oh, God.
No aprons were harmed, but feelings were.
All right.
Good stuff. I'll make sure to send you an apron, He-Man.
Love it.
All right.
I